Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty starting riots right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. And every single week, you come and you watch these great interviews, and you still ain't subscribed. What are you doing? Hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on too.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
Welcome world. You're tuned in to iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. I'm your host, Biko, alongside Pretty Riot and iLLANOiZE Jones. Bow, bow. And as always, man, we bring you all the illest guests from around the city and globe. Bow, bow. And today, this brother makes his way all the way from Wisconsin. Yes, y'all. Goes by the name of Wave Chapelle.
Yes, sir. What's the word, man? We in the building, man. The wavy one, you know, straight from Milwaukee, man.
Sir. Welcome, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all boys for having me. You know what I'm saying? We've been tapped in for a long time, so it's long overdue. You know what I'm saying? But it's always perfect timing. You know, everything happened right on time.
Man. I swear, God did. No, go ahead, my brother.
No. I was just saying, it's a blessing, man.
Absolutely.
You know, I saw you yesterday at the concert.
Yeah.
I spotted you in a cut like a Band-Aid.
Listen, I was chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I pulled up on my homies, you know what I'm saying? I pulled up on Trip and Lito. You know, I saw they had a show with Spitter, and I'm just like, yo, all those dudes are like, you know, my big homies, you know, a lot of like people I looked up to. And got a chance to work with them all, you feel me? Spitter took me on my first tour. I got a bunch of records with Don Tripp, you know, just watching his process. So it was dope, man. And shout out to my boy T-Raw, you know, that's my guy. Like, that's who I started off with. So just seeing them all being on one show, and it happened to be before, like the day before I was supposed to be here. So it just made sense, man. You know what I'm saying? I pulled up, and yes, I was definitely in the cut. I was chilling, watching the show.
He was like, he probably saw that thing, was like, hold on.
Who the hell?
I did, bro. I was like, dog, that's crazy. I'm like, yo, somebody spotted me. I was really chilling. Like the photo you took, I was really chilling.
Yeah,
like,
you was in the cut for real. Yeah. No, iLLANOiZE is everywhere.
Yeah,
we everywhere in the city. If it's something going down in the city, we're there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. No, y'all tapped in, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like when I think of, you know, Chi-Town, like media and all of that, like I definitely think of y'all. You know. Like just from the blog era, I remember I was following like all these blogs. It was like Ill Roots, it was like Face Shore Drive, of course, and then, you know, I followed y'all as well. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
appreciate it.
We haven't tapped in for a while, man. A while. I know off air we were talking about like the blog era. Do you feel things with that era has changed? Is journalism still in good favor? How do you feel about the blog era, man?
One, I'm gonna say this. I think the blog era was like one of the golden eras of just like music. You feel me? Because everything was like, you was truly finding people that was new. You know, nowadays when people say you're new, they just saying like you're new to the mainstream. You feel me? But you really been out. You've been popping underground, but you really like just new to the mainstream. But now, like in the blog era, you could really discover like brand new rappers, you know what I'm saying, and like get behind these movements. And blogs and journalists was really like going out there doing the interviews, doing the write-ups, you know what I'm saying, and it just meant so much more. I think nowadays with like playlisting and once like streaming became a thing, and now it's all about the playlist and stuff, I don't think I don't know. It just don't feel as present. You know what I'm saying?
Or as appreciated.
As appreciated. There you go. It don't feel as appreciated. You know, when you see a blog tweet out a link on a story or something, it just don't. It don't got
seem
the same
genuine.
feeling. It don't got the same feeling that it used to. You know what I'm saying?
Like a genuine feeling of they feel like they doing it for more of credit and clout than anything, because the artists already have a following and a platform.
Exactly. And on top of that, it's not as many people doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, you look on Twitter, like you got Two Dope Boys, you got Ill Roots, you got Hype Beast, you got like
it
just
was a lot.
Yeah, you got On Smash, you got just all these different blogs at one time doing it, and now it's like just not as many doing it.
As an artist that's been in this game for a while, my brother.
Yeah.
When did you start to see that transition for the era of blogging?
Man, I think the transition came around like 2015, 2016. Like when streaming became a thing, when artists start focusing more on like, oh, I gotta hit this playlist. You feel me? Like when that became a thing, that's kind of when it started to sizzle out a little bit. Like the blog era started to just sizzle out a little bit. And also too, like the artists that was at the peak of the blog era, them artists just became megastars, right?
Yeah.
Like the Wale's, the Big Sean's, the Kid Cudi's, Wiz Khalifa. Like all these people was like prominent in the blog era, but they just continue to rise up and blow up, and then
You know what in a way I think it was too, exclusivity kind of like left out. A lot of stuff was exclusive.
Yeah. Absolutely.
As far as the content, the musical content, the mixtapes, it was just a lot of stuff that was exclusive that I feel like now is no longer exclusive.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff now is, like you said, it's not exclusive. It's so much microwave, basically. You know what I'm saying? Not to like shit on nobody's parade or nothing like nowadays, but it's just like the it's just very microwavable. It's like everybody's dropping something every other day, and it's not a moment no more. Back in the blog era, it was a moment. Like when Kush and Orange Juice dropped,
that was a moment.
It was like watching TV. Like you turn that TV on and you got to catch 106 and Park.
Like the countdown for the mixtapes used to be like, we got 3 more hours.
Right, exactly. It was a moment. Or even Big Sean Detroit. Like that was like peak blog era to me. Man. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
Blog era. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on, my brother.
I mean, blog era was was definitely a lit era, but that era was also how a lot of people came into your music.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dog. Because also what came with the blog era was SoundCloud, right? Mm-hmm. Like SoundCloud was a thing, and I was definitely like, thank God for SoundCloud, bro, because I was getting my raps off on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? I would do freestyles. I would do songs, all of that, but I was just going hard on SoundCloud, or even uploading my own original song and just emailing it to a journalist or one of the blogs. You feel me? Like that was the play back then. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I feel like that's where I got my breakout for sure. Like as an artist, during the blog era.
And you've been rocking for a minute, man. 2013 is like when you first got you. It's about a decade in, man.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I started young though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was always the around my guys that did music. I was always the youngest one. You feel me? I was like a freshman. Going to bars, battle rapping. You feel me? Or going to the studio, just dropping songs. I was always like super young. So by the time I start putting my own music out, I was still in like high school. I was like a senior damn near.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you still see some of your supporters from back then as now?
100%, man. Yeah, people hit me up more so on Twitter. Like Instagram is just so many that it's hard to like see who's like day ones and who's not. Mm-hmm. But Twitter, people let me know like, yo, I've been rocking since. You feel me? I've been rocking since the beginning of CMG, like 2014, 2013. Like they be letting me know. So. But that's dope. I love that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that people been like just rocking with my journey, rocking with the wave since the very beginning.
Let's talk about because you mentioned battle rapping too.
Yeah.
And with battle rapping, I learned some off air when we was chatting that you actually started battle rapping before you even started writing music.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Facts. So my cousin Seven, right? He would always tell me like, we would rap in the basement all the time. He'd be like, bro, you got it. Like. And so one day, he took me to the Miramar, and the Miramar is a spot in Milwaukee. Back in the day, like they used to just have these like open mics, or sometimes they would have like rap battles. And like, man, he signed me up, took me in there. I was young, bro.
Is it still popping, the Miramar?
Yeah, it's popping, but it's more of a venue now. Like they do like shows, like legit shows. But this time, like during this time, guys was just sitting there sipping Miller Lite, like grown men, like 30-year-old men in there just grabbing the mic, battling, bro, just freestyling, rap battling. And I remember going in there, I rap battled like 3 dudes, bro. I went through like 3 rounds and made it to the end. And I ain't gonna say no names, but certain people was like hating on me, you know what I'm saying? And the judges was managing the guy who made it to the last round. And I ate him up, right? But the judges, of course, they gonna vote for their man.
Of course.
That's the guy managing. So,
is there footage of that?
Oh, it might be on YouTube.
Yeah.
I used to go by Astro, so like if you find it, you'll find it under Astro. But yeah, bro, that's kind of where I got my start, just rap battling. I had the lyrics coming to me, like I was just freestyling all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually I just learned to, being around my older homies who did music, they taught me about the importance of like being able to write a hook.
A song, yeah.
Yeah.
So before we get into this music break, was it difficult for you to transition into actually writing music?
Nah, not really, because I also like my vision was never to just be a battle rapper. I definitely wanted to be like a legit rapper.
Right.
When I first heard H to the Izzo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh damn, bro, like I could put this shit in a song, legit song, and I could look cool. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Jay-Z, like he was making it look so good, bro. So I definitely wanted to be a legit rapper. I just needed to.
H to the Izzo was that song for you?
Bro, so it was two things. It was Kanye's Dropout album, College Dropout. I listened to that. But then the song H to the Izzo, like the video and everything, bro's got the jersey, popping the bottles, got the females, you know what I'm saying? And then the song just so fly, I was like, bro, like, fuck this battle rapping shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get fresh. I'm trying to be that guy, you feel me?
For sure.
So yeah, that's kind of what made me want to go full scale being an artist, you know what I'm saying?
Is your business struggling? Trying to get your followers up? No problem. You can advertise with us right now. Tap that link above. Now let's get back to the show.
So I came across you back in 2015,
Yeah.
14, was that 15, 14? And the big talk was, this guy from Wisconsin
Yep.
who just got signed
Yep.
to CMG.
Yeah.
That's what everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
I was, I had just graduated and I was interning for a radio station. And so it was like, we didn't even know Wisconsin even had like rappers
Yeah.
to represent.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, I gotta check them out. And then Chapter 1 drops.
Ooh, yup.
And
Yup.
it's only one person on this song with Gotti.
Yeah.
And to end it off,
Woo.
it's you.
Yup.
What was that experience? Because before you, it wasn't too many people from Wisconsin. You opened up the door for people to even look into Wisconsin. What was that like?
All right, well, one, let me say this. And shout out to the whole Wisconsin. I got to specify, though, Milwaukee. Because,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Milwaukee is just, like, being from Milwaukee is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Wisconsin, you know, you could talk about Green Bay, you could talk about Oshkosh, you could talk about all these different cultures, but when you talk about Milwaukee specifically, that's where the culture is, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I just, not, you know what I'm saying, I just want to specify.
No, we don't know. We don't know.
No, you good. So I want to specify Milwaukee, specifically Northside Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying, 32nd and Villard, where I grew up. So, you know, just for the listeners, you know what I'm saying, just so they know, we talking specifically the Northside. But, bro, it meant that moment, you know what I'm saying, in 2015, that moment meant so much, not to just me, but I think, and I always try to speak on it from a humble perspective, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, that's just the type of person I am. But in the full perspective, it was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It is a huge deal because if you look at the artists that came out of Milwaukee, you know, not many of them got a national record deal. You know what I'm saying? My deal was CMG Epic Records, you feel me? So it was a national record deal, you feel me? On a national platform, I was on that stage with Gotti, you know what I'm saying, barring up, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth with him. And honestly, that was like one of the biggest moments of my career because it catapulted me onto a national stage. You know what I'm saying? I had been doing my thing independently for so long.
Yeah, you the part of the freshman class at XXL and everything, right?
Nah. That would have been crazy if I was on XXL, but I did not go to XXL. And honestly, like, let's just keep it real. That's like some label shit for real. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? The XXL, that's like, labels kind of, you know.
Push
like,
that envelope on that stamp.
Exactly. You know, but, you know, I wasn't even tripping on that. I was just glad to be, on that stage, on that platform. You feel me? And, but yeah, no, just to bring it back, it was definitely a big deal for Milwaukee because we had never seen nobody on that level and really like rep the city very, very hard. You feel me?
Right.
So that was dope. A lot of the kids got to see it. I'm just happy for like all the people that got to see it and feel like, okay, if he could do it, you know, we could definitely, you know what I'm saying? We could definitely do it. And I'm not going to say that I kicked the door down, but I you know what I'm saying?
You opened it.
I opened it for sure. You know what I'm saying? I opened it. And, you know, now if you go to Milwaukee, there's tons of rappers, tons of artists, tons of singers, fashion designers that's doing their thing on such a high level. And for me to be like, yo, I did that in like 2014, 2015.
That's a golden
you know what I'm
time,
saying?
too,
It's just you know, it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And it's dope. It's dope.
Like you was it was you, Snooty, and who else? What's my man's name?
Zed Zilla.
Zed Zilla.
Yeah.
Y'all were that first and Coke came. If we talking about CMG, y'all was the first brick to get bust down in the trap house for Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
And what was like? Was it? What was that experience like working with those guys? Because let's be honest, even at that time, y'all was making the music that was coming up out of there was great music. Like Chapter 1 wasn't a bad compilation. Like it was a solid compilation album.
I agree.
And you had more than one song on there.
I had a couple joints on there.
Bro.
You
had about 3 or 4.
Yeah, exactly. It was dope, bro. It was dope just to be around that, because obviously, you look at me. I honestly felt like I had like the Kanye Pink Polo effect, right? Like when Kanye went to Rockefeller, he was like so different than like all the guys he was around. Yeah. So I had a very similar effect, you know what I'm saying? When I was with CMG, it was like you got Snooty, he's a street guy. You got Zilla, you got Gotti, he's the CEO, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was dope because we was all bringing just different types of music. And I ain't gonna lie, like I was really on my songwriting tip too, you know what I'm saying? I was jumping in and out of everybody's session, you know what I'm saying? I would go room to room just being, everybody's session helping, and from that standpoint too. So it was dope, but I was just glad I could get Gotti to like get on, like bar up, because he could really like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, like he gonna give you the bangers, he gonna give you the hits, but bro could rap for real. Right. And anytime I was around him, I'm just like, yo, like, I was just egging him on, like let's bar up, bro. Let's go back and forth. Like, let's get it. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of how Talk to Him came about. You know what I'm saying? I would walk in the room and just start freestyling, you feel me? And make it, like, we're just that energy, like, we'll just bounce off each other energy.
Like, how did he come across you? Like, how did he find you?
That's what I was finna say. How you make your way to Memphis, or did he make his way to Milwaukee? What happened?
So I ended up going, after I graduated, I didn't go to school right away. I graduated high school in Milwaukee. And then, I was just, trying to do the music thing, like, just super hard, like, right after high school. And for, like, a couple months, it's like 6 months, I was just, like, fucking around in Milwaukee. It get dangerous, you know what I'm saying? You rapping and doing bullshit. And I remember my job at Target, bro. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was stealing bread, you feel me? I was stealing bread and then spending it on studio equipment and shit like that. Damn near got locked up. Mom's was like, yo, go to school. You got to go to school or else I'm going to send you somewhere. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to go to Memphis. My pop's family is down there. My pops is down there. So I ended up going to Lemoyne on. Mm-hmm. But then I also had classes at University of Memphis. So I kind of went to both schools. And, bro, as soon as I got there, though, like, it was just all love, because everybody looked at me and I was standing out. Because I'm from up north. Mm-hmm. I don't sound like I'm from down south. I don't rap like I'm from down south. So I was just kind of just standing out like a sore thumb.
I want to briefly ask you so you could continue. Mm-hmm. What were you studying at the school at the time?
I went for marketing and management.
Oh, it works for you.
Right,
my back.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I went for marketing and management. And so I was marketing myself too. I was printing my CDs out. I was on campus. I was freestyling for everybody. I was handing my CDs out. I was going to every event. I had met... Man, the first week I went, I met Jazzy, who is now a huge songwriter. I met DJ Rocksteady, who became my manager while I was there. I met Drake's family, Drake's cousin, his pops, all these people. So everything was just kind of falling in place. And then, man, it was these freestyles, bro. Once I started dropping these freestyles, it kind of just got undeniable, to the point where Gotti hit me and was like, yo, I see you making all this noise in my city. Like, I got to see what's up with you. Like, come holla at me.
Was it an email?
No, it was a DM on Twitter.
Twitter?
He DM'd me on Twitter and said, I can't not hear it in his voice, because, like, I'm so used to hearing him talk. But he was like, hey, young nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? I hear you popping in my city. Like, you feel me? Like, come holla at me. And at the time, he was building his restaurant called Prive in Memphis. And so, like, we met at the and it's crazy. So I got to add this part. I was literally filling out for my second semester classes. I was so ready to drop out too. Like, I was depressed, for real. I was in this chicken spot called Ching's, and I'm literally filling out my classes, and I see I'm eating my wings and shit, and I see the fucking DM pop up on my phone. And, like, instantly, boom, I call him.
Fuck these classes.
Yo, the real. Fuck this chicken.
Exactly. Fuck all this chicken. Fuck all this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to meet with Gotti, nigga.
Go to Privé.
But yeah, hell yeah. And then, that just turned into, like, he was just like, I want to help whichever way I can. You dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you got school, but, like, I'm finna go on tour if you want to go. Boom. I go on tour. The rest was history.
Yo, what's going on? It's Illinois Jones. All right, for you niggas who making that trash, I need y'all to just scroll, just go right past. All right, For the niggas that's making that shit though, I need y'all to do me a favor and submit that music to iLLANOiZE.co. You feel me? All you gotta do is go to the contact tab, boom, then hit that submit joint. It's that easy. Send that shit ASAP. We need that. We up now. Peace.
Previous to break, we were talking about you signed into CMG with Yo Gotti.
Yep.
And you were mentioning how you went to school out there. You went to school for marketing. And, was it managing? It was marketing.
Marketing and management. Yep.
And you all inked the deal. What was, I don't want to get deep into the business, but what did was that like a temporary type of deal? Was it a long term? Like,
so let's just say this, he let me form it how I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came at it and he was just like, yo, I just want to help you however I can, however you see fit. I just want to help because you dope, you in my city, and I believe in what you got going on. So like, just let me know what's fair for you, what's cool for you, and then like, we'll do that and then come back. And then, so, I made sure it wasn't something that I was like locked into. It was something that I could come back and revisit if I wanted to. And so
that's dope.
Huge shout out to Gotti. Like, a lot of people, the story get misconstrued, or people speculate on what happened or whatever, but I can honestly say, like, he's been solid. He was solid then, and he's been solid to me still to this day. You know what I'm saying? So
how you feel about that was a CMG back then. Now see how you look at the CMG now. I already
saw. So what that was like a test run. You know what I'm saying? I think when it was me, Snooty, and Zilla, I think he had the vision that he wanted to, do the CEO thing and run a whole label. And I think he kind of he was doing it. Not to say he wasn't doing it. It's almost like a head coach that get a coaching job, and like, you got these players. And you go to the playoffs. You might go to the playoffs and you lose a couple times, and then you drafting like newer players, and now you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You've been coaching for so long. Now I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because now his vision is what the vision that he had then is now coming into fruition with with these guys, with these players. Moneybag and the rest of the guys that he got. So I love to see it. You feel me? Because that's exactly what he was envisioned. That's what he wanted to do.
Do you feel like this is just an if moment.
Yeah.
If you were still under CMG, do you think your sound would have changed? Because the CMG sound is a lot different from what you offer.
No, I think I would have progressed in the direction that I've progressed in anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was signed, also I was like super still young in my sound. You know what I'm saying? I was still developing my sound, and I think as I got older, I learned to be a better songwriter. You know what I'm saying? I think that was always my thing was, I'm gonna give you the verses, I'm gonna give you the bars, but I just gotta get better as a songwriter, get better with melodies and stuff like that. So I think my sound would have progressed towards what it is now anyway. And I think that, they like me for a reason. They signed me for a reason. So I think
being around the situation and at that time Gotti was hot fire.
Yeah.
What was that experience like being in the studio with him? Some things you probably learned, or some advice he probably gave you.
Man, I learned a lot, bro. Just from an artist standpoint, he kind of explained to me like the importance of getting on the beat a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I would always be so focused on just saying the most fire shit on a beat, but sometimes the beat don't warrant that, right? Like, I think Kendrick is somebody who is a perfect example of that. Kendrick with like Good Kid, Mad City is dope. Don't get me wrong, but I think Damn is like a perfected version of Kendrick because he learned melodies on top of how to flow on a beat. You know what I'm saying? He not just rapping, he not just giving you bars. He like giving you all these bouncy cadences and then giving you a melody, but still doing him. You feel me? And I think that's what Gotti was kind of teaching me too when he was working on his albums. I would see him get on beats a certain way. Even though he could just get on there and just talk street shit, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna bounce like this on this part, and then I'm gonna give him a hook like this. So I learned that. I ain't gonna give all his secrets out, but you know what I'm saying? He taught me a lot, bro. He taught me a lot how to sequence an album, track listing, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of that with Gotti. And then I also got an opportunity to like help out with songwriting too, you know what I'm saying? So it just sharpened my skills for real.
And earlier we were talking about touring too before we get off the topic.
Yeah.
We're talking about touring, and Currency was recently here, which we started the conversation off with.
Yeah.
And I remember a big key word. You said that was the first person you went on tour with?
Yes. My very, very first tour was with Spitta. You know what I'm saying? Him and Gotti actually have a really good relationship. And at the time, so it's crazy. At the time, Snooty and Youngster, they was finna do a strip club tour. They was doing their own tour, but it was like all strip clubs, which is obviously not my market. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, man, let me see what I could do. And he reached out to Spitta, and he was cool with it. So I was on a drive-in theater tour. You know what I'm saying? Did that whole tour. It was huge. Really dope tour. And shout out Spitta, man. That was dope. It was dope seeing him last night too. You know what I'm saying? We got a chance to speak and chop it up.
Now, I've learned too that Young Dolph, when you went to Memphis, was one of the first shows you went to. Landed in Memphis. How was that for you? Did you and Dolph make any type of relationship happen?
Yeah. We was tight. So we got tight through DJ Rocksteady. So Rocksteady became my manager when I was there. You know what I'm saying? Rocksteady was managing me, but he was also Dolph's DJ. And so when I got there, this is before I met anybody in Memphis, before anybody. Rocksteady took me to a Dolph show. Like, he's like, yo, Wave, meet me here. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how he would do. He'd just be like, yo, meet me here. I want to introduce you to some people, as my manager. So I roll with him. And we pull up, and I meet Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dolph was in it. He bring me in the section, everything. You know what I'm saying? Pour me up a drink, whatever. And it was smooth. And from that moment on, anytime I seen Dolph, it was always love. You feel me? But it was just crazy. It's that just to think about that is crazy, bro. Right? That's the first person that I ran into, first big artist. He was like, yo, come to my show. Like, it's cool.
He was lit too. South Memphis. What was the music scene like? Because a lot of people don't understand Memphis music scene until now. You got Glorilla, and then Moneybagg Yo. It's popping out. But at that time, it was already bubbling. But people don't know because they wasn't getting that much mainstream attention then.
Right.
What was it like coming from Milwaukee? And from that music scene, then going to Memphis?
Right. It was night and day, bro, because it was like, again, in Milwaukee, we had rappers, but it wasn't a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't a lot of support, wasn't a lot of radio play, wasn't none of that. You go to Memphis, all the artists that's like popping, that's really doing their thing, like they getting played on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like they selling out the club, the walkthrough. They doing the walkthrough and they performing, they turning it up. And it was tons of artists, you feel me? Like even Moneybagg was doing his thing back then. You feel me? Like it's just a lot of artists, bro. That was the difference. It was a lot of artists and a lot of support.
Yeah. How was it like? What was it like going from you as an artist? Like, did it like, I really got to go crazy? Your marketing schemes, since you was going to school for marketing and pushing.
It made me feel good though, because I stood out. Again, like, I ain't gonna, and again, there's people in Memphis that can vouch for me, right? Because I'm not from Memphis, so when I say this, it's not like in a disrespect. And you can ask the DJs, DJ Crisscross, DJ Rocksteady, anybody you want to, DJ T-Raw, anybody you want to ask, they can vouch for me. It wasn't no artist like me at that time in Memphis. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the style of rap that I was doing, barring up, these smooth, like, just different. It's just different. Wasn't nobody really rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? It was, but like, not really. You feel me? Not really. Not going hard like I was. You know what I'm saying? At that time. There are artists like that now, but at that time in Memphis, I stood out because I was doing something very different from what they was already getting. Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you feel like you gave people the look at you can be yourself in this?
Exactly. Yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to have 8 diamond chains on. You feel me? I wasn't wearing no design. I'm not wearing no designer now. You feel me? I got on, like, I thrifted this. You feel me? I was doing the same thing then. You feel me? So, I made it cool to be a rapper and not have to fake it. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be big dope boy. You don't gotta be this. You don't gotta be that. You can pull up and just be nice. You know what I'm saying? Not nice like polite, but like nice like I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? As far as rapping, and I think that's what I brought.
Now, before we get into this break, we was briefly speaking on Dolph. I wanted, because you said that was the first person you ever met out of Memphis, and then you linked with Gotti. I don't know if their situation was happening around the time, but I wanted to ask you, like, if it was, don't know if it was, but if it was, like, did you ever feel any pressure? Like, damn, feel like I gotta pick a side. Did you ever feel any pressures of that back then?
I didn't feel no type of pressure in out the gate, because it wasn't. If it was beef during that time, it wasn't bubbling over. You feel me? It was still like at a point where it wasn't a big deal. But as of course as time went on, it did start to bubble. And I won't say I felt pressure, but it did make, on the inside, it made me feel weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy, because I was like, yo, this guy showed me love when I first pulled up, and his DJ is my manager, so this is my guy. I never felt like I had to pick a side, though, because I feel like they both respected me enough to, like, not put me in it. Like, Gotti definitely would never put me in it or put me in between it. But I did always think to myself, like, that's just, I wish that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? I wish somehow it could mend itself. You feel me? Because they both was them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the city, they was doing it big. You feel me? Like, J. Cole said they act like two legends cannot coexist, and you know, in reality, they can. You feel me?
That's facts. I mean, look at how many.
That was a dope way to quote that.
Look how many goats out here. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, it was just interesting to learn that, like, you were part of, like, both parties, and you saw to come up for both parties. So.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it definitely weighed on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? On my mental. You know what I'm saying? On the mental side.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I need you to do one sminy. Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I just need you to do one small favor for me. Head on over to your app store, search iLLANOiZE. Hit the first thing that pops up, because we the one and only, and download the iLLANOiZE app.
So, man, we done talked about your beginnings, your middles, and now we here at the present day.
Yep.
You feel me? I had to do my research, because I'm like, damn, man. When he mentioned to me a while ago, he always say, man, Wave Chapelle really fuck with us. He always mentioned it. And I'm like, yo, like, that's the dude that signed with CMG, right? He's like, I don't know. But he's nice. And I'm like, if we talking about the same guy, yeah, of course he's nice. I know that nigga. Yeah. So, you know, and then when he finally was like, yo, they respond to an email. So I'm like, all right, let me just do my homework and catch up on bro. And I'm like, oh, he still got it. Like, he ain't lost the bounce. Like, he's still going, like, it's like a hooper. You still dribbling with the left, coming off the dribble with it. Like, to see you still going hard, man, I just want to applaud that, because a lot of people will come from a situation like yours and just fade out and give up. Yeah. I wanted to know, like, even after, you know, the separation, like, what was something that kept you going and kept you just saying, like, I know I'm nice, nigga. Yeah.
Man, honestly, just feeling like I'm destined to do this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm an artist at heart. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even if I didn't get paid to do a show or get paid to, you know, drop records or anything like that, you know, I'll probably still rap. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like my art form. That's what I was born to do. So, you know, once I left the label, it was just like, and it just gave me more motivation. You feel me? It gave me more motivation to compete against myself. So it's like, okay, if they say 2014, 2015 wave is the best wave, then going forward, I got to outbeat this guy. You know what I'm saying? I got to compete with myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's the approach I take. And I genuinely just want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? At this music thing. You feel me? So it's not like I don't want a quick record. I don't want to be microwavable. I don't want to just pop real quick and get rich or nothing like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to be rich, but you feel me? I'm trying to, like, 10-year run. You feel me? Right. And I think just that passion is what you see today. While I'm still doing it, while I'm still here, while I'm still dropping 52 songs in a year, while I'm still, you know, freestyling all over my TikTok, all over my Instagram, is just the passion for it.
I mean, I was gonna say, honestly speaking, how do you like the independent route? How has it been treating you?
Yeah, it's been dope, man. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot more work. So I feel like if you're not, because you get all these, like, rappers and stuff that go on the interviews and, like, they always talk about, oh, independent is this, independent is that, and, like, don't, you know what I'm saying? I just want to add some truth to it. You feel me? Like, if the label makes sense for you, go the label route. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, if it makes sense. But if you feel like you equipped to go the independent route, then do that. You feel me? And I do feel like I'm equipped to go the independent route. You know, I got the knowledge. I have relationships. I have people to do X, Y, and Z. You know, I got a producer. I got a legit producer. I got a legit engineer. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the independent route been dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I can it's more control. You feel me? Like, I get to control the rollout. I get to control what it look like, what it sound like, when I drop, how I drop. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then once whatever money bounce back from it, you know, you split it with the team, and you know, it's all in. You feel all money in. Shout out Nip.
Look, all the time on the real. Shout out Nip, man.
Exactly. So yeah, bro, I've been loving the independent thing because it's just so much freedom. You feel me? But let me just throw this out there. I am not opposed to a deal. You feel me? I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them rappers that's like, yo, I'm turning down every contract, every deal. Like, you know, if the right situation come, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna rock with that. But until then, you know, I'm gonna do my thing independent. I'm gonna cook till it's hot and drop till it pop.
Hey, look, so what will be the right deal for Wave Chapelle?
Man, just a partnership. You know what I'm saying? A partnership where we both can benefit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm at a point now where I'm just building my value, bro. I don't need a budget to record my album. I don't need a budget for a bunch of producers because I have relationships with tons of producers. I have relationships with artists, so if I need a feature or something like that, I'm pretty sure I can do that myself. And so, you know what I'm saying? I just want it to be fair, you know? I think if a label brings, you know, something to the table that I can't do, then that'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thirsty for no advance money or nothing like that. You know, if we come up with a nice percentage, you know, I think that's a good deal.
For sure.
I mean, you've been very consistent this year.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know how many singles you done dropped.
Yeah. So I gotta give a lot of the credits again to my guy Dakota. You know what I'm saying? He be coming up with these, like, we all come up with the plan together, but he's just like, he'll say something that sound impossible at first, but then like we'll actually do it. You know what I'm saying? So like last year, he was like, yo, let's drop a song a week for the whole year, right? A song a week for the whole year, 52 songs in a year, 12 EPs a month, right? And at first that sound crazy, but we start doing it. We just lock in, cook every day, cook a bunch of joints every day. And, you know, eventually we do it. So if you go on my Spotify or my Apple Music and you see all these colorful albums and stuff, that's what that was. That was 12 EPs. So a EP for each month of the year and 52 songs, right? And so then with this rollout that I'm on with Cody Ray, and shout out Cody Ray, we doing the Winner's Circle album, drops September 30th. But that's what all these singles are. We pretty much rolling out a single a week until the end of the month. We gonna drop the album on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's good marketing, you feel me? Like when you look at the artwork, the way we do the aesthetics, you know what I'm saying? This shit is just so fucking good, you know what I'm saying? Like
the work ethic behind what you're doing. Like when I say consistency, you're really consistent.
Yeah, bro. Cause also LaRussell said this in an interview before and it made so much sense. That's kind of what the mentality is. He said you know, in baseball, you only get 3 swings to hit a home run. But in this music thing, like, bro, we can drop when we want. So why would, instead of giving myself 3 swings to hit a home run, how about I just give myself as many swings as I want? You know what I'm saying?
Knock that bitch
and that's what this is. You know what I'm saying? We just swinging, and you know, some of these motherfuckers gonna go off the, you know, out the stadium.
You gonna hit a home run, one of these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
If not all these motherfuckers.
Exactly. You feel me?
Shit.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed too with a lot of the EPs, of course, when you drop the EPs, they're short. They're like about 7, 8, maybe 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's a good thing to do because nowadays within this new generation, ears and these listening ears is not really listening long.
Yeah, bro. I think that's what the ideal is. You know what I'm saying? Because most people not just sitting down and listening to like 28 albums, bro, unless you like Drake, Kanye, or somebody like that. So, you know, we just want to give you, you know what I'm saying? We want to give you a good meal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like a good meal, you got your main course, you got your sides or whatever, and then you eat and you full. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people is going back for seconds and thirds. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Especially if they eating something new. Like, you know, we not, you know, mega stars yet. You feel me? Like, I feel like somebody like Jay-Z or Eminem could do a 30 song album. But since we still on our journey, we want to give you a nice we want to give you a nice sample size where you be like, yo, this is dope, and then come back and listen to the other joints.
Would you ever do it? Well, I'm not asking you.
Yeah.
You and your father. Have y'all made a record yet? You got any records in the works? What's up?
Nah, we've never made a record, man, but he is out, shout out to my Pops, man. Pops is a super dope rapper, and if y'all on Apple Music, he used to go by Mr. Do It to Death, so he's gonna kill me for saying this because he's a pastor now. But listen, he has an album on Apple Music. It's a super, super old album under the name Mr. Do It to Death. And I'm on there as a baby. You can hear I'm on one of the songs. It's like I'm like 2-3 years old, and I do one of the interludes. Like I'm talking on there. So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Mr. Do It to Death.
Have Pops do an interlude.
Hey, listen. That's,
Hey.
He was one of them guys. Mr. Do It to Death. That's back when the low joint was popping.
Listen. Hey, he was real deal, man. So a record with Pops is never out the question. You know what I'm saying? It's never out the question.
That'd be a dope moment to recreate. Versus like it'll be like reverse now. That have him do something similar to the interlude you did, and whatever song it was bringing in, you should bring in an answer to that song.
It might be tight. That might work. I'm gonna holler at Pops.
Look, just do something in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, so you got something dropping September 30th.
Yes. The album Winner's Circle, the album Winner's Circle is dropping September 30th. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much an effort between me and Cody Ray on the artist tip, and the production is a team of Mena Beats, my guy, his guy D Minor, you know what I'm saying, came from LA, and then his guy Monte produced on a couple joints too. They all co-produced all the joints, and then my guy Dakota mixed the whole thing. And you feel me? I wanted to call the album Winner's Circle because it just feels, again, a lot of the music just feels very victorious. You know what I'm saying? You could play any sport to it. You could wake up and listen to it and feel like you're ready to win. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's dope. And then race car aesthetic is super dope. That's what's been like all the artwork and stuff.
What did you got? Something with race cars? What you got? An SRT out there or something?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think it's a mental thing with me with like aesthetics. Everything has to be like aesthetically pleasing and like matching. That's why I do the monochromatic colors and stuff like that. And it's also marketing. I am a marketing major. You know what I'm saying? So, it all just got to tie in, and I love the race car aesthetic. The race track, the cars, the vintage shirt with the cars. So, bro, that's the aesthetic. And man, Winner's Circle, bro, it's a dope album. A lot of singles, a lot of raps, a lot of bars. Wave Chapelle, Cody Ray. You feel me? It's up September 30th, man.
We can't let you exit without asking you. You rep in Milwaukee.
Yes, sir.
You rep in Northside.
Yes, sir.
You got to put our listeners in tune with some of the artists out there that you rocking with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. First and foremost, shout out my boy Ishdar. Shout out Budadar. Those are my guys. I went to school with them. Another dope artist, Nile, X Nile. He's super dope. Young guy, you know what I'm saying, from Milwaukee. Vonnie is dope. You know what I'm saying? He's a ill rapper. Like, he could rap. Like, if you just like raps and like really well produced beats, you know what I'm saying? He's go to. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But it's a lot of dope Milwaukee artists. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Anybody just creative, fashion.
Oh, certified trapper is hilarious, but it's hard, bro. It's hard. I love it. But yeah, man. Shout out to all the artists in Milwaukee that's doing their thing, man. It's a real culture. It's building. I love to see it because when I was in high school, it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So now there is when I go back to the city. So it's dope, man.
Oh. That's what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, for sure.
So you no longer staying in Milwaukee?
No. I'm located in Atlanta, man. Okay. I moved to Atlanta just because it's just so much. Let's say it like this, man. It just feels better in Atlanta, right? It's warmer, big city, but also it's just so many outlets to be creative, right? Like, you got mad photographers there to work with, plenty of producers, plenty of studios to go to, all these different events. You know what I'm saying? So
it's dedicated. That city is dedicated to entertainment and to music.
Right.
So it's not hard to find what you need.
And it's a lot of black ownedness out there as well.
Right. And I just had a son too, man. So I want to eventually bring my family to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just. I'm doing better than I was before. So you feel me? I want to raise my son in a better environment. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely bring my family back to the A with me.
Love to hear it, my brother. Again, plug your project again.
Okay,
man,
come
and
on,
let people know where
listen,
they can follow you.
Listen, where my camera at? We right here with it. All right, listen. Winner's Circle drops September 30th. You know what I'm saying? Wave Chapelle, Cody Ray, Mena Beats on the beats. D Minor on the beats, Monte on the beats, Dakota G on the mix. You feel me? September 30th. Go get that. All platforms. Let me say it again. All platforms.
All up.
You feel me? That's a drop right there. You know what I'm saying? Go get that.
Hey, man, I appreciate you sliding in.
Yes, sir.
I know you were shocked to see Jones and the audience get
He didn't see me. He was shocked to see a picture pop up in his. Hold on, somebody watching me.
I know. I was like, yo, who? I looked and everything. I saw the picture. I'm standing on stage for real. I saw you. I looked. I'm like, yo, who is that out there right now? And I didn't see him. It was crazy. But hey, everything happened like that for a reason, bro. Everything like divine timing for real. For real. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all. Shout out to iLLANOiZE Radio too, man. I want to give y'all flowers too, man. Y'all been doing it for a long time, man. You said 5 years, bro. Yeah. That's dope. It's tough to do, first and foremost. But the fact that y'all been flourishing, man, I love to see it. Like every time y'all make a post or y'all have more artists come to y'all y'all set up the radio station, I just be proud. You feel me? Because it's like I remember y'all from the blog era to now. You know what I'm saying? So that longevity, man. Congrats to y'all on that.
Hey, thank you for supporting throughout the years, my brother.
Yeah.
That's another thing. A lot of people don't understand. Like the support is real. It's genuine. It's you've been there. Like you see, I want to say you even seen when we first started the station. Like you've been following. So it's dope to finally be able to get you down here because it has been long overdue. You've been trying to set things up, and we finally got you to come.
We here.